What's up YouTube? This is Master Renz and welcome back to my channel. So sa video ito, manonood tayo kay The Darkest Secret na ang pamagat ay 5 horror videos that you will never forget. Naku, hindi natin malilimutan to. Sa pag Darkest Secret, maganda rin ang mga video nito eh. So make sure magsusubscribe kayo sa channel ni The Darkest Secret. So without further ado, let's go sa go!
Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, and your sense of alertness rises to the maximum to what is happening around you. These are the emotions that your body generates when you begin to feel afraid, sensations that you can easily perceive when looking at this video. With clips so disturbing that I assure you they will remain in the depths of your subconscious. Do you dare watch them? Well, stay with me. My name is Leonor Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present 5 horror videos that you will never forget. Number 5.
Number 5.
Without a doubt, the dream of many is having a house in the countryside. You can hardly get the peace, tranquility, and disconnection that these places give to you when living in the city. But be careful. If this is your objective, it's better to get to know your surroundings first, especially if there is a forest nearby, so that what happened to Minister Rodriguez, the young man who recorded this, doesn't happen to you.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you guys my cool base that I made a while ago with my cousin. It's really nice. See, we got the entrance all fenced off. Got this thing, I don't know what it is. Wow. Well, that stinks. But yeah, we got some chairs. What was that?
Uy. Ano yun?
Is that a cow?
Nasaan?
What is that? Oh, frick!
Ay, ano yun? Ano yun?
Was that a person?
Uy.
Literally, only a few seconds passed before a strange being emerged from the foliage to chase him like an animal hunting its prey. And although there is no recording of what happened afterwards, some suggest that it is the Rake, a humanoid-looking creature that feeds on human flesh, and that according to legends, regularly inhabits desolate places, waiting for its next victim. Do you really think it's the Rake? Or is this video just fake? Leave your opinions in the comment box.
Para sa akin, kung rake man yun, makakatakot yun. Kasi sa observation ko nga din, pagapang yung lakad. Kung acting naman yun, kung acting lang yun, or fake, ang galing umarte nung nakunan na rake or pang skinwalker din eh. Yun lang sa observation ko.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Since childhood, adults tell us about made-up characters that we blindly believe in, and that transport us to magical worlds. In our most tender years of childhood, we consider them to be real. Characters like Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny are clear examples of that. However, for Alicia Stoddard, a 38-year-old English woman, those characters are as real as you or I. She believes this after the camera installed outside her house recorded the following. Pay attention.
CCTV to CCTV to Uy. Ay, paang fairy
This has the appearance of a fairy, right? It doesn't matter what country you're from. Stories of little winged humanoids exist everywhere. There are those who believe that when a myth exists in cultures that have not met at some point, it's an indication that it could be real. At least for Alicia, what the camera recorded is nothing more than a confirmation that those creatures are real. In her own words, she believes that this was the Tooth Fairy. You heard correctly. That mythical creature that, according to popular belief, that leaves money under the pillows for children who lose their baby teeth. However, there are others who believe that this could simply be a cricket. What do you believe? Number
Sa akin, kung cricket yun o yung insekto, wala pa akong nakikitang ganyang insekto eh. Saka ito mukha siyang tao, yung forma ng katawan. So tingin ko, pwedeng fair ito.
3. The recording left in this position corresponds to an impressive footage sent by Laser Darker, a faithful subscriber who in his email tells me that in his country it is very common to make offerings on the Day of the Dead. They make a type of altar where families place objects that their deceased relatives used while they were alive. In fact, the image you are seeing corresponds to one of these ceremonies. A family was remembering a loved one when suddenly the camera captures the exact moment in which something totally inexplicable occurs. Observe.
Gumalaw? Ay,
As you can see, the astonishment of the people is described entirely by the anomalous and inexplicable situation that they were watching directly. Apparently, the unexplainable movements of inert things had already occurred before the recording began. You can see how the man puts the shoes back in place, and yet they move again. Under what logic can someone rationally explain this? Gravity, air pressure, vibrations on the floor, all of which are very reasonable. However, for the family that was a direct witness to this, there are no chances of any of those. They assure that it is their family member who manifested himself through what once were his belongings.
sa akin, pwedeng yung namatay nilang kamag-anak yung nagmamanifest dito sa sapatos. Kasi sa observation ko, yung reaction ng mga tao, nagulat sila. Saka yun nga, may mga bagay kasi talaga na yung mga kaluluwa, pwede sila mag-manifest sa mga bagay. Kaya ng mga sapatos, yung pang poltergeist din, yun, pwedeng ganito na ganito yung nangyayari.
We facing another proof that existence continues beyond death. Number 2.
Number 2 na.
For some scholars, there is already enough evidence to show that when a person dies, their spirit remains in our reality for some time before crossing the threshold into eternity. In fact, it is believed that there are 2 weeks that a loved one spends with us after passing away. And one more piece of evidence that confirms the above is sent by Israel Barantes. In his email, he mentions that he also investigates cases of a paranormal nature, which allowed him to have access to the footage of parents who installed a camera in their little boy's room to watch over him during the night. However, they were shocked when they observed something that for them is a manifestation of their recently deceased son. Watch closely.
ayun no. May dumaan. Ayun no.
Israel assures that it is not fake, since as an investigator he analyzed any type of manipulation that this clip could have. However, he didn't find anything. The most shocking thing, according to what the father said, is that small being who lies in bed has features very similar to that of his oldest son, who unfortunately passed away very recently. Could it be the spirit of his firstborn son who remains in this plane to take care of his younger brother? Do you think that cameras can actually record this reality? Leave it in the comments.
Sabi sa kwento din, nakwento lang sa akin, may mga ganun daw pagkakataon yung mga kaluluwa. Pag namatay, hindi pa agad-agad tatawid sa kabilang buhay yan. Kung minsan mag-i-stay pa sila dito sa mundong to ng mga pwedeng 2 weeks or mga ilang araw. Tapos, ang ano daw, yun nga, magpaparamdam pa sila doon sa mga kamag-anak nila. Sample ko yung lolo ko nun namatay. Huling gabi niya, bago siya ilibing kinabukasan, kinakabahan ako, sorry. Kung nangyari nun, may nakakita sa kanya na nakatayo siya doon sa dati niyang kubo, sa dati niyang kwarto. So yung may possibility ba kaya ito yung bata na hindi pa nakakatawid sa kabilang buhay?
Number 1. In the collective subconscious of the Western United States, characters as disturbing as the Chupacabra, Bigfoot, or the Rake have been installed. On the other side of the world, specifically in the Middle East, both children and adults shudder when the Shirael is named, a creepy mythological demon that hides behind the appearance of a girl dressed in white. There have been many shocking stories of people who have encountered this sinister creature. Stories that end in tragedy, blood and death for those unlucky enough to come across it. For this very reason, a shocking image that began to circulate on the internet attracted
Patakot
attention.
naman to.
Were in view and patience of all, this disastrous creature was present in front of hundreds of people. Watch.
Uy.
There were several media outlets that echoed this image, not only because of the image itself, but also because of the testimony of hundreds of people who were direct witnesses of this presence, which they described as a being with an evil aura, who sat there for a while, motionless, staring at the crowd. There are several versions about what happened next. Some said that she walked until she was out of sight on the rooftop of that building. Others said that she disappeared in front of the astonished gaze of all those present. And some even spoke of having seen her levitate until she disappeared into the darkness of the night. Versions that clearly do not agree with each other, but that do have in common the sighting of one of the most feared creatures in that part of the world. Let me know what you think of both this and the previous footage, because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonor Clay.
So yun, nakatapos tayo. Mag-subscribe kayo kay The Darkest Secret. Grabe yung last part, katakot yung mata. Yung mata ng babae. Hindi ko na kung babae ba yung lalaki. So yun, subscribe The Darkest Secret. Saka syempre, mag-subscribe din kayo sa akin channel na Master Renz. at pa-click na rin ang bell button para lagi tayong magkasama sa panonood. Thank you so much po sa pagsama and ingat po kayo palagi.